He makes me talk and eat on the Twitch stream. I don't want to do it.
That's not true.
And he comes in here.
On the Twitch stream?
No, I want to do it on the Twitch stream.
I don't.
I have like coffee.
I want to eat. I don't want to eat on the...
We still need to do like an actual like Taco Bell mukbang.
Taco Bell.
Or
Wait,
McDonald's.
Do you know how jacked up I would get?
Yeah.
How jacked up a Mountain Dew.
Oh my goodness.
Just some.
Do Chipotle.
There's not.
Why would that be?
You can't do a. You can't do a Chipotle
You can do
mukbang.
different kinds of stuff.
No.
Wait, so
Just get every possible variation of the Chipotle
what a mukbang
burrito.
is again?
It's like you sample all the different
Everything
things
that's
on a
basically on the
menu, and you say like what's good and what's not, and
I had a friend in high school who would, like, one time we were ordering at Jack in the Box, and he's like, I'll have the dollar menu, and she's like, okay, what? It's like, no.
No,
The dollar menu. Everything on the dollar menu.
That sounds like something I would do.
What'd she say?
I haven't done that yet, though.
She's like, okay.
are you eating Tijuanitas?
No, I made that. It was
want
barbecue.
Tijuanitas.
No, you didn't.
I
Yes,
want
I did.
Tijuanitas.
That's a to-go box.
You can buy
from
those at
Tijuanitas.
HEB.
No, you can buy
You can
those.
buy
Yeah,
those at
they're like
HEB.
meal prep containers.
Post-
Different kinds.
I bought like a
Podcast
50 pack of them.
Tijuanitas.
That's tempting.
Are we actually
they
on the
have healthy
podcast right
food.
now?
I'm on the diet.
A la mi Tijuanita.
Although I could have like their grilled whatever thing.
Their grilled fish is good, and I don't even like fish. That's
Boudin
a lot.
quesadillas. I can't wait till I can eat Boudin quesadillas
I
again.
haven't had that in a long time. It's so
Are you done with that,
greasy,
buddy?
but it's so good.
Boudin quesadillas?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm about to utter
Blasphemy.
the unutterable
You
phrase.
don't like boudin!
No, I
Whoa.
love
Oh my gosh.
What was
What
that?
psychopath?
You're like, this is like a courtroom accusation. You're like standing up. And it
I
was that man right there, Your Honor.
He doesn't actually.
Accused.
He doesn't actually like Tijuanitas. He's just been in the closet about it this whole time.
Oh,
and he
no,
wants
no, I
everybody
don't
to
like
think he
Parmesan
does.
cheese. I
No,
don't
Tijuana-
actually like Parmesan cheese, but I like how they...
Tijuanitas is next to godliness.
Yes.
We all know. But
What is the secret, though?
the secret? I don't know what the secret.
No,
secret
what is your
sauce?
secret?
So, yeah.
Oh.
The thing that I was
Yes.
saying at the beginning before David was like, Boudin! Boudin!
We're talking about boudin.
I knew it!
You ripped like the medals off my arm. I remove your Cajun credentials. Your grandmother was never a toops.
I thought you were... Words. Okay, never mind.
Blasphemy.
Words are hard. So, the bread bus, which was at the Harvest House thing, has Boudin quesadillas.
Okay.
Better than Tijuanitas?
They are
There's no way.
better.
They're no.
Significantly
No.
than Tijuanitas.
Significantly?
Where's the bread?
They can't. They can only
It's a
if they
food
are
truck,
better at
the
all.
bread
They can
bus.
only be marginally
No.
better.
What
They
all do
were
they have?
immediately and ultimately
Like you
better.
tried it and it was just like, oh wait. Like,
Yeah, I was like,
What?
I was
In
like,
first
okay, I
bite?
guess I'll try your
But did you have a
Boudin
dipping?
quesadilla.
But
This
did
is
you
a
have
food
dip sauce,
truck?
though?
It's a food truck.
So I have to like hunt
They
this place
didn't
down.
have like the sauce that you could dip in, but they like do the. I'm sure I can ask for. I didn't know how much sauce they're gonna give, so I didn't want to be like, give me some extra sauce. I should have because I'm.
I have to like go on a
Heavy on the
safari to find these Boudin
What kind of
quesadillas.
They like drizzle it on there. It's
What
like
kind of jalapeno ranch?
they make their own. I don't know. It's some kind of spicy chipotle, whatever.
Now I really want Boudin quesadillas.
I don't know how to feel about that,
It's
Kevin.
wonderful. You should feel positively, and you should look up the bread bus.
Jaden, could you at the very least take the metal part off of your?
Why? What's that gonna
Is
do?
that bothering
It's
you?
making sound.
What middle part?
Oh,
it's
they're gonna
not.
know that
The
she's
aluminum
eating,
in your hand.
she's eating Chipotle. She's,
I know they're
But
gonna
I
know that
like-
she's eating Chipotle.
she's
You don't
eating
know that.
Sonic Ice.
Please tell me this. We're live right now.
Oh yeah, this is all going into the podcast.
You don't know
Good.
that.
This is going in.
You don't know me.
You don't know me.
No, they
You don't know
definitely
my
heard your
story.
metal
You don't know
clicking and clinking.
No,
What is-
that
you
was
You sound like an
nice.
oil can.
There's no issue with that. We're all eating. It's okay.
Or okay.
I don't like
was.
holding it by this.
Okay.
Yeah, that's greasy. Just let her hold the thing. while she
Thank
wants
you, Kevin.
to. Just deal with it. The podcast listeners don't care.
I think
No,
Blaine
they're
cares.
used
Sound off in
to-
the comments.
They're used to
And
the lowest
people we're
possible
talking
level of
about
quality.
Are the 3 accounts that Blaine uses to comment on videos. Cameron Weiss and myself. Those are the people that make
And
comments.
Josh. Josh
and Josh
comments.
Hubert,
Yeah.
So, sorry.
And-
I'm sorry.
And
4 actual
Caleb
people.
sometimes comments.
Caleb Jones?
Caleb McWilliams.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
On the YouTube video?
He's
I've
commented
never
on
seen
several.
him comment on that.
Well, he has. So shows how many YouTube videos you watch.
Yeah,
Kevin.
that's right. I don't go home and watch this right
Even
after we
though-
record it.
Did you?
Wow.
Like you do.
I don't watch it. I listen to it, and that's
Okay.
because I legitimately enjoy the product that we make. Kevin.
Oh, good.
What if it's
like
boring?
The bread bus Boudin quesadillas.
Kevin, did you watch
Fine.
the video The highlight video of you playing Knights of the Old Republic.
I did not watch that highlight video because the highlight video I saw had no gameplay. It
Yeah,
was just me frustrated at everything breaking.
that's the whole video. It's just
It's
Kevin.
pretty much, you could make the same highlight video from the Fallen Order one, and nothing went wrong.
Yeah.
Like from a logistics standpoint, it was just all
Yeah.
me hating the game.
Cameron's comment is, I love how this quote unquote highlight video has absolutely no gameplay in it. Because we had crazy technical difficulties that night, and it took us like an hour
When was
to
that?
resolve them.
That was 2
Not
weeks
last
You
Friday,
played 2
but the
weeks
Friday
ago?
before.
Oh.
ago. Thanks for watching.
I mean,
I mean, of course you played. What a good and splendid time that
Yeah.
was for all of us.
The Knights of the Old Republic one was a little boring, but the Fallen Order one was hilarious because
Why was
he was just legitimately frustrated the entire time.
Thanks for just saying.
said
He's like, okay, Jaden, I will concede to you that Kevin did poorly on the Knights of the Old Republic.
I didn't
one.
even say that.
However,
Yeah, the Fallen Order one was hilarious because the entire time he was like, "I blocked, I pushed that button.
I did.
No, I
I'm
rolled
right.
to the side.
Sure.
He should not have hit me."
I'm right.
Fallen Order
That
is
is the
pretty
entire
difficult.
video.
The
That's the
game
entire
is
stream.
wrong.
Yeah,
It's a very difficult game. I've played it several
Yeah,
times.
people have compared it to Dark Souls.
yeah.
So
It's a fun game.
maybe you pressed the
that's-
wrong button.
It's also my condition after playing it.
You know, I wish they would
You have
make.
a Dark Soul,
I wish.
and then we got frustrated and switched to Geoguessr.
Yeah, I was like, okay, what game are we playing?
Allie got me hooked.
Allie
Allie
came down and helped
She
us.
was at the.
She came
She was at the
down.
lock-in when you made her come down here.
I had a blowout. That's why.
You were
Oh,
there?
way to go!
No, I
were
was
at-
supposed to go to the lock-in.
Oh, you
and
weren't at
then
the lock-in?
No.
Her car exploded.
My car exploded.
Oh.
My
Tell
tire.
us,
Correct,
tell us
yeah.
the story of your car exploding.
It shook. I said, "What is that, Joyce?" Joyce said, "I don't know." The end.
Your car exploded, or you had a blowout like a tire?
A tire. It didn't
Okay,
actually
that's
explode.
different. Wildly different.
It's kind of the same.
I would
There
think-
was an
I think you would know.
explosion of air.
Yes,
No.
from the tire.
I think you're
On the car.
vehicle
Scientific
exploded.
definition of explosion,
Yeah.
first of all.
A rapid expansion
I don't even
of
think there was a
superheated gas.
combustion. Yeah.
Speaking of scientific definition, okay, continue your story. Sorry.
Oh man, just interrupt everybody.
No, continue.
No,
Tell us
go
about
Blaine, go
tell us
Blaine.
about your struggles, Jaden,
No. Yeah.
while Blaine listens.
I was really
intently.
sad because they watched Tangled at the lock-in,
They
and that's
did.
my favorite Disney movie.
But they should have watched
Disney,
Luca.
like Disney Princess. Oh, Luca's a really good movie.
Luca's
Luca's
fantastic.
Yeah, I watched it
I
at
watched it
EUS.
twice.
So good.
Twice? Okay, Kevin.
Well, because I have 10, 11 now, nieces and nephews, and they're like,
You have 11?
what?
11?
11.
I
That's
said
a lot.
yesterday. I was like, "Good luck, congratulations on being your like third more uncle, fourth," and then I didn't know it was 11. Oh gosh!
On
So it's
your
a lot less
11th
special.
your 11th uncleship.
I was like, "My goodness."
Yeah, they just keep having kids. So.
So speaking about Star Wars video games,
Yes.
I
Yes.
have a request that I wish Bethesda would do.
Okay.
Make a basically like it runs like Skyrim and Fallout, that kind of stuff.
Ooh,
but it's
Skyrim
a
is
Star
a really
Wars.
good game.
But it's
They're
a Star
making
Wars
that.
game. They are.
They're
Who's
making
making
that.
that?
They're no, it's
They're
Ubisoft.
not making that. No.
Ubisoft
isn't making
Ubisoft is making
that.
an
Ubisoft
open
isn't making
world.
what he's talking about.
Yeah, I'm talking about where you can literally.
An open
it feels like Skyrim.
I know. Yeah. So what you are saying is Ubisoft is making an open world,
Exploration Star Wars game.
exploration RPG.
Sure.
Fine, but it's not going to be what he's talking about.
Yeah, I'm
He's talking
You're talking about Skyrim with a Star Wars skin?
yes,
Basically.
They should make.
And where you
What?
can where you
Oh
can
my gosh. Suck
Are
all
you
the
talking
oxygen
about-
out of the room.
where
Are
you
you talking about the game Skyrim,
talking-
but then having the skin
Yes.
like a Star Wars
Yes.
character?
essentially
Oh,
yes.
I'm so
amazing.
down for that.
I've said
Essentially,
this
yes.
1,000 times, but they should just keep remaking Skyrim with different skins. They should do like a Western themed Skyrim. That was supposed to be what
kinda
Red
like
Dead
Red Dead.
Redemption
Yeah.
was, but it was fine.
I liked Red Dead too. I played it a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
But but yeah, so
But it's
basically
not. It doesn't have like the same like.
feel.
It doesn't have the same
that GTA.
quality of Skyrim's. Like you could do
Whimsy.
everything in Skyrim, where you could like build your house, you could make potions, you could
Kill
make
people.
your own
Yeah.
armor, kill a bunch of people.
Wow.
Yeah, so that'd be cool
Possibilities
for
are
Star
endless.
Wars.
Yeah.
And then even like
Red Dead
travel.
Redemption, killing people, got it down. other stuff, not so much.
But even like traveling across the galaxy and stuff too, that'd be cool.
Yeah, they should make a Star Wars game
Can
like
we-
that where you can act. Well,
They-
Galaxies was sort of like that.
Yeah,
There's an online
that's true.
multiplayer that was sort of supposed to be like that, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
Well, but what they need to do is spend years developing it like they are with Skyrim. Like Skyrim's still not the next Elder Scrolls game is supposed to come out for another couple of years now. Is what
That's
they're
gonna
saying.
blow my mind.
They still release content for Skyrim?
Yes. Well, not
They
for
don't.
Skyrim.
Yeah,
but
Skyrim is
I'm
like an
talking-
11-year-old game.
But I'm talking about they've been
They're
in
working on
development.
the update.
Yeah.
The next
Oh,
game
like a remake.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
not a remake.
They're the next
Chapter.
game in the series.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
the next
Gotcha,
chapter.
gotcha.
Because after Skyrim, you had Elder Scrolls Online, which wasn't as good, and not everybody liked it as much.
I
Had a
hear that
different
that's
feel.
better now. Like they fixed it a
I
lot
never even tried to play
after.
it.
But
After.
I
I
played it
don't
like once.
understand the appeal of like massive multiplayer online
I don't really either.
stuff like that.
It's-
Because you're just like in the world and you get killed at any point, people can take your stuff. Like,
Yeah.
what's
Yeah.
the?
And I
It's
think,
really challenging.
I like stuff like Call of Duty better, where it's
for
like,
those
okay,
hardcore
when-
gamers.
if you kill me, I'm fine, and I can go kill you again right after.
yeah, it just makes me mad when somebody like when I tried playing Red Dead 2 online, it would make me mad because I'd have all this stuff and somebody would come kill me, and I'm like, "Are you serious?" So I played it for like one day and just went back to doing.
See, I never
story
did
mode.
any of the online stuff. The story mode for Red Dead is
Yeah.
enough,
Well,
to keep you occupied.
Like with Red Dead 2, the story mode and like Skyrim story mode, with all the you got like an infinite amount of opportunities of things to do between building stuff, people to meet, people to kill. I mean, even like
Don't get
your
those two mixed up. Those two lists mixed up.
yeah, and like your your objectives or whatever, like different side quests you can do.
Like I have a lunch meeting tomorrow. If it turned into a lunch killing, we'd be on the news.
That's true.
It wasn't that funny.
I'm
You're the
upset.
other one. I wasn't looking at Jaden because these two guys laughing. Jaden's like waiting to the left. So
I'm upset.
okay,
Because
why are you upset, Blaine?
Jeff Bezos did not go to space.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
He went to
By
lower atmosphere.
by no measurement can you define Jeff Bezos having had passed
Well, what's
the.
space? I mean, how do you define atmosphere? Because technically, the atmosphere can
Right.
stretch like all the way to the moon.
That's like trying to like if you have a gradient between red and blue, it's like trying to pick when red turns
Yeah,
into blue.
you don't know when the atmosphere ends.
But
and
there
begins.
is an internationally agreed upon boundary
That's
between
very
the
true.
atmosphere and space,
And
which
he
is the
did not-
Karman
and
Line,
he did not
which
cross
is
it.
100 kilometers, and he came nowhere near it.
Yeah.
Now, technically, the Karman Line is defined by the point where oxygen and nitrogen fall back to Earth, whatever. That point, technically, is at 84 kilometers. And Richard
So-
Branson went up to 85 kilometers. So you could say technically, but he didn't. Technically, Richard Branson went into space, but Jeff Bezos only went up to 76 kilometers. Like, he
What a joke.
did not go to
Take that,
space.
Jeff Bezos. He's listening to this right now.
Yeah.
Just awfully hurt by your statement.
Good. I'm glad.
Did you
he
hear
should
what Blaine
be.
said about you, Jeff?
Take
He's gonna
the
get in a
billions of
spaceship
dollars you
tomorrow.
spent to not go to space.
If you had a chance to go to
Yeah.
space, would you go?
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
100%. Yeah.
If I had a chance to actually go to space,
Yeah.
Once
I would go.
Once they,
Oh, the sarcasm.
I'd probably become a superhero if I went.
You would what?
What?
like the Fantastic
Yeah, they're the
Four.
Fantastic Four now.
I'd get too close to the sun and get superpowers. No, you get too close to the sun and get dead.
No, I want to
Yeah.
turn into like the male version of Captain Marvel. If there is
Why?
a version,
There
I don't
is like the original Captain Marvel. It's just a guy. Like, if someday they should come up with
Yeah.
a male version of Captain Marvel. That would be wonderful. No, that's who he was in the comics. Yeah. They,
Yeah.
know. Oh, okay. So they just feminized it.
Well, no, the mantle passed to a female in the comics way
Right.
before the
Okay.
movie. So
Yeah.
they just chose to start with the female version.
I still don't understand how going to space would make you Captain Marvel.
I don't know. I was just coming up with content.
Go to space, get superpowers. It's not like dozens of people have done that in the past
But I would be the first.
to get superpowers.
That we know
Yes. Yes. That we know of.
What if all the astronauts
That's
that have
true.
ever gone to space have
They
the
live out a
superpower?
secret society
That
where
would
they
be
all.
pretty
Be a
freaking cool.
comic that we're making
There-
right now.
There is a guy who
Everybody
tested.
that's ever gone to space is like the secret
What?
Underground.
superhero.
Then I
What
would go to
if?
space.
That would be cool.
That's what we. I mean, get a superpower.
I could fly.
What if you get like
Turn
a
into
lame one?
She-Hulk.
What if you're just gonna like grow your fingernails?
What if the astronauts who went to the moon were actually stayed there and they were replaced by scrolls?
What's a scroll?
Scroll in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
the people who can shape.
I thought you meant like a a scroll like
No.
with
Oh, a
writing on it.
scroll.
Like a scroll.
Like
S-
before they had books playing, they would write things on
Like on a
scrolls.
scroll?
And they'd-
Yeah.
But I'm
That's
talking
what
about scroll as in like SKRULL.
Right, the bad guys from the Captain
But
Marvel.
They're not
Season.
bad guys.
The Dead Sea
Well-
Scrolls are the ones that took over this community at Qumran.
Yeah, those.
Jaden just didn't laugh because she didn't get it.
You should all see the face that Jaden's making right now.
No, my face is just my face.
There was a guy
actual
who went to the moon who tried to test his telepathic powers on the way to the moon.
On the
Do you
way.
know that story?
No.
That there was a guy who was like super into the whole like ESP
Which
scene.
guy? There's only like
I can't remember what his
20-something
name
people
was.
that have been to the moon.
I can't remember which one it was.
Okay.
But he was super into like the whole ESP scene, and so he had like a book that he thought of. Like he went to the different pages and like pictured in his mind specific shapes from the book, and people on the ground were supposed to guess which ones he was picturing in his
ship.
mind. Yeah,
A cup.
yeah,
A speeder.
a ship.
A Rancor.
No, it's this.
Chris just thought we were saying Star Wars thing.
Like, no.
No, we're quoting a specific
Yeah, it's from the
Phantom
one scene.
Menace, Chris.
Gosh.
You guys were like, no.
No. Oh, you don't know every line of Star Wars, Chris.
That's why I keep my mouth
That
closed.
makes you cooler. That and the fact that you're wearing a Reagan Bush
I
hat.
love.
Yeah, Reagan Bush.
Do y'all
84.
think that I'm not a Star Wars fan?
Are you?
I'm an
I didn't know you always
absolute
said that.
like insane Star Wars fan.
Really?
Nobody
Now
said
back
that.
to the Reagan Bush hat.
Okay.
I was slightly offended.
Now for
I
something
thought-
completely
I thought
different.
That y'all thought I did like Star Wars.
No, we've
we were
talked
just
about Star
saying-
Wars in
yeah.
the past.
Yeah.
It was a joke about how you're actually cooler because you didn't know we were quoting a
Right,
specific
right, right.
line from.
Not quite as nerdy as
Not quite,
Okay.
the nerdiest of us.
Okay.
Who that is, you'll have to guess.
yeah.
Out of you and Kevin?
Or out of the entire group.
Oh, well, I know it's not
between.
me.
Well, that doesn't change anything. It's still between me and you.
Yeah.
Out of everyone sitting at this table, Jaden.
Yeah.
Jaden
I
comes
would
in fourth
say.
place.
Oh, dang. I would say. Oh, I don't know. This is hard. Out of Kevin and Blade.
How do you measure objective nerdiness?
Yeah, or people are nerdy about different things.
Yeah.
Like, you're like really nerdy about space.
He's Star Wars.
You know,
baseball.
things that are real.
I'm nerdy about space too.
No.
Star Wars and
I knew
baseball.
everything that you just said.
Did you know that Jeff Bezos didn't go to space, Kevin?
I
See,
knew your
see,
stupid
see,
definition because I read the
see.
same articles that you did about it. Probably like, well, actually, Jeff Bezos.
No, I didn't even read any articles. Thank you very
Oh,
much.
thank
I
you.
knew where the Karman Line is.
Oh, cool.
He watched a lot of YouTube videos.
I do watch a lot of YouTube videos, like a lot. Speaking of
read.
which, did you see Mark? Did you see Mark Rober's new video about his domino laying
I
robot?
saw that a video exists, but I did not watch it.
Yeah, because I subscribe and I turned the bell on, and so now I
Are you really
Get
one
the
of those
bell
people?
on.
I turned the bell on.
I rang the bell.
On.
Yeah,
Ring
and so
my
now I get notifications whenever Mark rings.
I hate
Yep.
Ring my
notifications.
bell.
Chris is singing now.
Yeah.
Or
All the hits
also,
of the 70s. Keep 'em
also
going, Chris.
occasionally Chris will just break out into dance in the middle of the living room, and it's
I was
or
scarred. I was scarred yesterday.
You're
pterodactyl impersonations.
You're listening to the smooth sounds of the
There's
70s.
one now, and pterodactyl impersonations.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chris, how have you so perfected your pterodactyl impression?
What do you mean?
Not knowing
It's
what it-
We don't know what a pterodactyl.
Not knowing
First of
what a
all, we don't know
pterodactyl
one
sounds
like.
Lots of
Second
years.
of all, we know exactly what it doesn't sound like.
Well-
and that's someone yelling pterodactyl.
Like a
right?
Pokemon.
Well, it comes from. Well, it comes from lots of years of camp, Kevin.
Oh,
So
that's one of the camp classes.
I actually
Pterodactyl
taught.
sounds.
You know, I calculated how many years I've been to camp.
How many
recently? I don't want to talk
Let me
about
guess.
Are you old?
it.
27.
Including as a student.
Oh, wait, you're
27? Jaden! How dare you?
How old are you, Kevin?
Well, you're 36 or you're 35?
36.
36. Okay, so
That's a
let me
pretty
guess.
good guess.
No! 'cause
Every
it's
year since you were
fun.
10?
That's not bad.
That's not bad. See,
Yeah,
see,
but I didn't start when I was 10. I started when I was 12, so.
Are you serious? Are you serious? What?
Oh my gosh. That's funny. So 25.
I was pretty close.
No, I'm not 37.
Oh.
Don't add years.
Kevin, you're not old.
Okay, 24.
No.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
More songs.
More songs.
Was
Also,
If we ignored it, it'll go
also
away.
from the, from the 70s.
Call our number. Our,
We did
our
have a
hotline
mighty fun
now.
line.
Call our hotline now for your requests.
This is
No.
being
We have a
recorded,
hotline?
So
We do have
even
we do
if
have an
That'd be
email
pretty
address.
cool.
Everybody
That'd be
call
Line, it would be
Blaine
worthless.
right
Oh,
now.
we do have an email address.
There-
You
we
could
do have an
send song
email.
requests
Everybody
to that
call
email.
Blaine
Didn't
and
we,
ask for songs.
Email something to.
Yeah, you're supposed to send us. What were they called?
Those questions.
Fire starters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why'd you guys stop
Well, you
those?
forgot what they were even called, so which means you haven't been checking that email, Blaine.
We don't
What if
get
Tomas
them.
Is desperately sending. What if Tomas is like sending pleas for help? What if he's
Oh my
like,
gosh.
what if he's like the only contact? What if he was in a terrible accident? And
I
he
only
hit his head?
sent one of those, and then I was judged for the question, and then I
What was the
realized how
question?
bad the
Yeah.
question
What was the question?
What did you
Because
ask?
I said, "What's better, Dora or Hannah Montana or SpongeBob or something like that?" Or it was basically Disney and
Oh.
Nickelodeon, and you guys were like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh, I've never seen a question again." I was like,
We
and I
don't
never
understand
did.
the question, therefore we will not respond.
Kind of like that.
Let's see if I can.
But fire
So,
starters are fun.
so yesterday we were at Blaine's house and we were watching Lost, and I was watching a video.
We were?
And
Wait, you're watching Lost or video?
I was watching Lost and a video.
Here's
on
what I
my phone.
don't
Yeah, he
understand,
was showing
Chris.
me
I've seen- I've
videos.
seen-
Why?
I've placed my hand on Chris's shoulder as a friend to ask, how does your generation like watch multiple things? Even if I've seen it before, I'm not just gonna sit there and watch another video while.
Remember how you were
Okay, no,
saying
no, I
that you're
can't
not
do that.
old a second ago?
That just showed
No.
your
I didn't
age.
say I wasn't old.
That just showed your age, though.
I know. I didn't say I wasn't old. In fact, I remember announcing to the room, "Hey, why are you leaving?" I'm old. I don't care that I'm old,
But you're not old.
but thank you, Jaden,
You're welcome.
for that lie. I don't understand how you can watch. You're not paying full attention to either thing.
Well, after I watched, well,
Wait, what?
How I've seen this phenomenon
Multiple videos.
multiple times.
at
Like
time?
I've seen kids in the movie. I'm calling them kids. It's probably people in their 20s. Like in the movie
won't do it at the
theater,
movies,
like
though.
watching another video.
Oh yeah,
But
that's
I
weird.
can't do that.
I can't do
Some
it at
people
the,
can,
at the
though.
movies. I only do it like if I'm at a house or something or watching.
Mine is if
TV,
I have
'cause I can't
already
do it.
So
watched
you're
one
really
before.
just watching the video. You're not watching Lost. At the
Yeah.
point.
Well,
It was
because
just
he's
I
already
watched
seen
one.
Lost.
I've already seen all of Lost, and so
Okay.
this was
So-
this
So you're
was
not trying to do two at the same time.
no.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this
Or
was,
the people that are like watching something on TV and also have music going.
Oh,
Yeah, I
that
can't
makes me
stand that.
mad.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
That's bad.
But you all know what I'm talking about because you
Yeah.
all know someone that does it.
That's
That makes
insane.
me mad.
That is insane.
Turn one off.
I thought you were saying how people
I've like
watch.
asked people like, "Do you want some headphones?"
was-
I can have some right now.
I thought you were saying how people watch multiple videos like back to back.
Oh no, I can do that.
Yeah, that's why I was
When I
very
discovered
confused.
YouTube, I didn't do anything for 5 days. No. That's what office.
It's fine.
We need to remember
Seen
to
The
call
Office? It's been a while,
YouTube
though.
and get them to come down and film this.
so the reason I was watching the video, I saw something that caught my eye, and
Is it what you showed me?
I tried to show Jaden, and then Jaden just like spit out her
No.
ice cream or something
Oh.
and just lost it.
It wasn't ice cream.
I don't even know why.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
she
Well,
did
It
do
was
that.
it was a drink.
Or just coffee or
I
something.
remember
Anyway,
because it was all over
So-
my carpet.
yeah. So
No, that was paint.
this video,
Yeah.
Maintain the
that
show in
too.
Mexico.
this video came from a Houston news channel, and it was actually really intriguing. And I think
It's about the seagull hitting the girl in
no,
the face.
I actually think they're talking
What?
about how
On
we'll talk about that
the
one
on the
next.
roller coaster.
Yeah. Finish your story, Chris. That's our next topic. It sounds like.
so Houston might be home to the next eighth wonder of the world.
Which is the Houston Astros.
Yes, to the Astrodome. So what they're talking about doing is stripping the Astrodome to the bare metal, like the Eiffel Tower is just
Didn't they demolish that?
No, it's still there. There was plans to
there?
demolish it. It's still
so
there, yeah.
it's still there. And so they're talking about stripping it down to the bare metal, so it'd be like the Eiffel Tower. But they're saying what they want to do is they're going to put a track that spirals all the way around to the very top of the dome. And so you can walk the track, ride your bike on the track. And they're even talking about putting like a pool around the edge at one point where it's got like an infinity edge.
It looks
And
lit.
then they're going to surround it with a
That's what
park.
people say.
And it's going to be like a giant music venue and
now
all
you're
kinds
old
of other
because
stuff.
they don't say that anymore.
So it's going to be pretty legit. It looks cool.
That would be awesome.
They're trying to get the funding planned out and everything getting approved.
I am old enough to have gone to games in the Astrodome.
I went to the Astrodome.
Yeah. You're also old, sort of.
How old are you again?
What?
You're 28.
Yeah, I think so. 27 or 28.
You're not 27. You just
You're
had a
not
birthday.
27.
Yeah,
You're 28 or 29.
I think I'm 28.
Or are you 29?
I did not know how old you are.
I don't know.
At a certain point, it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
Really?
I really don't want to keep track anymore.
Granted, I guess I have to think about it sometimes too. So
I do have to like do the math sometimes.
Let's talk about a girl getting
seagull.
hit in the face with a seagull.
oh yeah, I did
Have
see
you
the
seen-
video.
I thought it was a
That
pigeon,
sounds
though.
so
No,
funny.
it's a seagull.
It's a
Actually, it's not a
seagull?
seagull. It's some kind of other seabird.
Albatross.
Yep.
It's not an albatross.
That would kill you.
Yeah, the seagull almost killed her. They're
Yeah.
like screaming.
That was the
They're
thing.
on one of these slingshot things.
Maggie and Mallory did that whenever we were out of town. Oh my goodness.
Did they get hit by an albatross?
I wish they did.
Well, it's one of those
Would've
that
been
has
funny.
the camera that's filming them as they're going, which is just like the same video every time, unless you're one of those guys that passes out and
Yeah.
wakes
But-
up like 20 times.
But what was
or
funny-
unless you're one of the people that gets a seagull directly to the face, like as it starts, and she's like so confused, like
Yeah.
what's happening, and she's like. She like slowly just reaches up and throws it off.
And it was like in her mouth or something too.
Well, it was like around. It was like a scarf
Yeah.
around her.
Yeah.
Around her.
It was just so weird looking.
It went to the side of her head, and the wing was like wrapped around her neck like a scarf. And she's like confused for a second. And her friend is like screaming, cursing. He's like, "Oh, are we having fun?" But she doesn't know that her other friend is like ingesting a seagull,
Oh my
and so she like throws it off of her. It flies away. It's fine.
I wonder how that bird felt.
Yeah, he's telling this story now. He's like, you won't guess what happened to me. You know those things that are always walking around feeding us stuff? 2 of them were flying through the air, and we
Like they're not supposed
collided.
to, like they're not supposed to be there.
Yeah, they were just like they got in something like a round thing on the ground, and they just shot around.
I cannot believe that happened.
Yeah.
Do you see the one of the lady who lost her wig on the slingshot one?
Was it a weave? Or a wig?
It's a wig, which is completely
racist.
different than a weave.
How?
Blade!
My ex had a weave.
Blade!
What?
Let me show you something.
We're on a podcast right now.
I can't find it now.
Explain it in
Also,
detail
so I
if
just
you
logged
should.
into the
weave?
Firestarter account.
Yeah.
We only have one email from Tomas.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I had seen that picture before.
Let's see.
Don't show me or Chris, and don't tell anybody on the podcast what it is.
It's of somebody that we know. It's of somebody that we know who would be embarrassed, which is why I don't know why you brought the picture up in the middle of a podcast.
Because you said weave and
Oh my
hair, so
gosh.
it made me laugh.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Tomas has written us an email, and it's like
Was it Chloe?
it's like a. It's like
She really didn't show us. I'm guessing, so I don't know who
It probably was.
it's a poem.
What are you talking about? The albatross?
It's like a. No, this is Tomas writing us an email.
Oh! What did
Who
he
would
say?
cross the bridge of death? Must answer me these questions 3 ere the other side he see.
Ooh.
What is your name? What is your quest? What is your favorite color? Okay.
That's the only fire starter we've gotten in the past like 6
Yeah.
months.
Well, he had.
Would you rather not have the need to sleep or not have the need to eat?
I'm done. I'm done. I can't survive. I would
Oh
not
my
be able to survive.
gosh.
No, you don't have the need for one of those
But
things. so
no,
you would
but like
survive.
no.
Those are 2 things that are also very important to me.
And the question is not never sleep or never eat. It's just you don't have to.
But I would want to.
I think
Like,
I would
love
choose
sleeping
sleep.
and I
though.
love eating. Well, I
The
think,
ability to not have to sleep would be great.
but sleeping is just so peaceful sometimes. Like sometimes you just would you not want it, or would you just not be able to?
You don't have to sleep. Like you wouldn't get tired.
You don't have the desire
So you don't
to
have the
sleep,
desire to get tired.
Right.
and you'd be perfectly fine not sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't sleep.
Yeah, totally. Because but like that's a difficult question because I would love to not have to eat. Even though I would enjoy
I
eating.
enjoy eating too much. I enjoy the effects of sleeping, but I don't actively enjoy sleeping because I don't know that I'm doing it when I'm doing it. I know that I'm eating when I'm eating.
You can feel that buckle
I
just
love it. And that's the problem.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
is,
the problem.
I would use my sleep time that I don't need anymore to work out, and everything would be fine.
But would you really?
No, I'd use my sleep time for eating time.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why I would choose sleeping.
That's what I'm saying is it would be great to like your diet would just be never eating anything.
So, do you not poop?
Oh, Or it just
Because
builds
you're
up in
never
there.
eating? No.
Why?
What builds up? You don't have the need to eat.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
if
can
you
still
eat
anyway?
things,
Can you still eat anyway?
yeah, that's what I think. You can still sleep and you can still eat. You just don't
You just
have
don't
to.
have to.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying like
This changes.
So-
like it's a
Yeah.
difficult question
So eat
because yeah, sleep is great because I would have so much more time, but eat is also great because I like my diet could
You'd save
literally
so
just
much money.
be
That's what I'm saying. I would save so much money.
yeah, and lose weight by just don't eat for 6 months.
Wait.
But what? But
So if you don't have the need to eat and you just never eat, can you just be a skeleton walking around?
oh,
Them bones?
I
don't know.
Roots in the bones.
So that is a difficult question. Chris is singing another song. Yeah, I don't know. It depends on the because how would you
so you'd
lose
have
weight?
to make the decision.
Yeah.
Either you have no need and no effects of eating, and you have no need or no effects.
So I would stay the weight that I am right now.
Yeah.
it would just
forever?
continue to add
Well, no,
on if
you
you
could-
chose.
You could not. I don't know.
Yeah.
You couldn't gain anything else.
You couldn't.
I think
You wouldn't gain or lose from caloric intake.
I think you
How's
are
that?
supplied with the energy that you need to run your body healthily,
Okay.
which means you would lose weight.
Right.
But
Yeah.
oh,
So your
Yes.
body still functions the same way,
Yeah. Like as you
but that's impossible. How? If you're
I
not
don't
eating?
know. I don't know.
Exactly.
It becomes too scientific at that point.
Yeah.
It's like how molecularly are you still surviving?
Fire
if
starter
you're
that
not-
broke the fire
Tomas
starter.
broke my brain. Oh my goodness.
But that's a good fire starter.
Yeah.
He's got more in here. Would you rather be excellent in a little-known sport or average in a well-known sport?
Excellent.
But how little known?
Like
Lacrosse.
like
Lacrosse.
Was it
like
like?
luge.
Is it like that?
What is that?
That
Exactly.
Inuit ear tugging championship that they do.
What?
what?
That sounds horrible.
That's like one of the things that they did on ESPN the Ocho one time. It's like an actual.
Really?
So they get like a string, right? And they tie it around your ear, and we're sitting facing each other. And
And
they
I
tie it
have
around
one
my
around your
ear.
ear?
And all you can do is turn your head. And it's a string that digs into the back of your ear.
That sounds horrible.
And
See,
so-
if you have big ears, you'd be
Yeah, yeah.
good.
Well, you'd think, but the guy who won when I was watching was this tiny ear guy. Anyway, I don't know what the.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
So they. So all you can do is turn your head, and whoever like.
Turn your head?
Yeah.
Literally, like,
So
you're just
you're-
like,
so
you have
you're-
a string,
you're
and then
pulling-
you're like pulling
you're
away
both
to make
only
sure
your
the string
neck.
doesn't come
You're
off.
both pulling with only your neck, but you're not.
Yeah.
The point is, like, you could jerk it, but
Then
they
it rips
could
off.
just stand there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so
Ooh,
it's
can we
whoever
try
whoever
this?
gives up. Yeah, go get a string. Pause. Jacob, do you have a string?
I don't think Jacob's in there anymore.
What a loser.
Why is he complaining so much about? That's why, so he could just leave us.
Yeah.
That'd be so much fun.
That sounds horrible.
It feels like it would hurt.
Yeah,
a
that
lot.
sounds horrible.
And then there's like a shin kicking.
So you could be like,
A shin? What?
I saw all these on this guy who
There's
does
just
baseball
pain.
breakdowns. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
he just randomly does this weird sport every now and then, and so like there's a shin kicking competition in like Ireland. They just-
slapping competitions.
They like
Kick each other's
they kick each
shins?
other's shins until somebody gives up.
Oh my
Kevin.
gosh,
Kicky.
that sounds horrible. They have slapping competitions,
They
which
do
look,
have slapping
I
competitions.
think I
look
would do really good at that one.
insane. You would think.
I have a
You should see the people like get knocked out by a
There's
slap.
a funny there's a
Knocked
funny video of a
out?
guy
Yeah.
who like you see your opponent. This guy
Yeah.
is like the tiniest guy, and he goes up. There's this like mountain of a man. He's like,
Yeah.
"We're gonna take turns slapping each other," and this guy says, "Okay."
Yeah.
Well, like if I see that that's my opponent, I'm like, "You win, forfeit." Like I'm not gonna let you slap me, no matter how hard I slap you. It's not gonna do anything.
You got smacked into tomorrow.
Yeah, this guy,
No.
he like fell on the ground. And they're like picking him up. Okay, it's your turn, and he's like laying on the table.
I have a riddle.
Yeah, at that point you lose. You said you have a riddle,
Chris
Yes.
has a riddle.
I have a riddle.
like a bridge troll.
He was standing on a
sorry.
block of ice.
No.
The doctor was his mother.
You want
It's
me
a
to read
polar bear because you're in the Arctic Circle.
The horse's name was Friday.
No. So this, have you ever heard of the albatross riddle?
no.
I heard of the albatross story.
So, a man goes into a restaurant on the seacoast. The restaurant advertises that it has a beautiful view of the ocean over the cliffs. The man goes inside and sits down. When he looks at the menu, he sees that they offer albatross soup and he orders it. When the soup comes, he takes one bite, puts down the spoon. He then leaves the restaurant and goes out to his car without paying. He gets into his car and drives off the cliff into the ocean below, killing him instantly. Why did he drive off the cliff? This took me several weeks to figure out before I finally looked at the answer.
Is it one of those riddles? It's not really a riddle. It's like, we didn't tell you this, and so that's a riddle.
Yeah, kind of.
Would it be possible to figure out?
People
He
have
said
done
he
it.
figured it out in
Not
several
a
weeks.
real riddle.
He said weeks.
If they can't figure it out. Okay,
No.
so restaurant on the seacoast
Yes.
goes in and orders albatross soup, which is a bird that
Yes.
you're not supposed to kill because it's
Or
bad luck.
eat. I would think it'd be gamey.
The whole point of the albatross story in the the Wayward Mariner, what's it called?
Oh,
The Ballad of the something Mariner.
yeah, sure.
Like he kills the albatross and becomes bad luck for
Yeah.
the whole crew.
It's like what the lighthouse is based off of.
So do you want to know the answer?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't feel like we're gonna figure it out. I think it's one of those like not real riddles where it's like,
Yeah.
oh,
I figured it out eventually, but it was very difficult.
By looking up the answer.
yeah.
Well, I got some clues and I kind of got some pieces from it, but okay. So the man was a sailor. When he was young and was shipwrecked with 4 other sailors, they floated on the raft for 4 days with no water and supplies. One morning, the man woke to find that one of the passengers was missing, and one of the remaining men was eating something. He said that he had caught an albatross and offered for the others to eat some. The man suspected that couldn't prove...
How was I supposed to get this, Chris?
Yeah, so continue, Chris, but this is what I was talking about. This is not really a riddle.
I'm
This
like,
is just one
what?
of those things where it's like, you didn't figure it out, did you? It's because, you just had this whole story in the guy's mind. There's
You
just
left
no way
half
you
the
get it.
story out.
Well,
Okay, continue.
Yep.
the man suspected but couldn't prove that it was the other passenger. Eventually, they were rescued, and the man lived in suspicion until that day in the restaurant. After tasting the soup, he realized that it did not taste the same as the day on the life raft. The man realized that he had eaten human flesh and, overwhelmed with disgust, drove him off the cliff and killed himself.
Yeah, so not a real riddle.
That was so.
There's no way you're going to
I
get
was
that.
just
You
So
could have figured that
one
one out if you thought hard enough
No,
about
you
it.
can't.
I was somehow able to get some pieces
How?
of it, but it was I don't know. I was in.
You're
So you were
saying
just like,
that
I know. That guy was on a boat a long time ago.
I'm picturing Chris
Yeah.
spending
Remember-
weeks saying to himself, what could have
Puzzling.
possibly...
well,
Puzzling it
What
out.
was in that soup?
He
If only there was some
person?
instance earlier in this man's life where he was in a tragic situation where he had to taste human flesh that he was told was albatross.
Oh my god.
Well, so when I was in the youth at my old church, one of our college or youth leaders was the one who told me that, and he wanted me to figure it out without me looking it up. So I told him I was going to try my best. Before finally I came back to him and was like, "Look, these are the pieces that I got," and he confirmed what was right, what was wrong. I don't know how he expected me to get it. It was difficult.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's
That just
impossible.
sounds
There's not,
It was
like
whole
bullying.
backstory.
It was painful.
So a real riddle is like, I hope I remember it.
What's it got in its pockets?
What's it got? That's not even a riddle either.
No, that's not a riddle either.
Is in my pockets.
So there is a room
Okay.
with 3 switches that leads into another room with 3 light bulbs. Mm-hmm. You can manipulate the switches however you want. Once, go in the room, come back, manipulate the switches again, go in the room, and you have to be able to tell. You can only do it twice. You have to be able to tell which switch goes to which light bulb. There's no way you can see from the room until you go in the room which light bulbs are on or off. You have to figure out how all 3 switches connect to all 3 light bulbs.
I know the answer to this one.
Okay, don't say it.
Okay. I
All
think
right, come back next week for the
Okay,
answer.
so what
I
if
think
I
I
turn
can
on
remember.
one switch
You turn on one switch,
and then I go look to see which light is on,
which light is on?
and then come back?
Oh, wait, you can only do
And
it
then-
once because you're right. You can do that. You can only do it. You can only look once.
Yeah.
You don't.
Oh, you didn't say that, Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it makes more sense if you can do it twice. Because it's
Yeah.
you just turn on one switch.
That's
oh,
why-
you turn on another switch. Oh, that's the other
Okay,
one.
I got
And
it.
Process of elimination. You have to throw one. No, you can
No.
only look once. That's what makes it
Uh-huh.
harder. You can only look once.
Wait, so can you turn on however many switches you want?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want to the switches, but you can only look once.
I would just do one switch first.
So how do you know which three
One
switches go to 3 light bulbs with one switch?
Process of elimination and like just
You have to guess on one.
luck of the draw.
Yeah, you can't guess. You have to know. There's a way you can know.
This isn't the same riddle I was thinking of. It's really similar though.
What if? Oh crap! I don't know.
Tell us, Kevin.
Two. And then you went to the room. No. I don't know. I'm trying.
Tell us. What is it?
I want to know. What's the answer?
Blaine, you guess.
No, the one I was thinking of has only one light bulb. And you have 3 switches, and you have to guess which switch turns the light bulb on, but you can only go check one time.
Well, what was that? What would that have been?
If I remember correctly, it has something to do with you take one, you flip it on, and then you flip it off. And then you take the second one, and you flip it on. And then you go into the room, and you feel the light bulb. And if it's hot...
That's
Yeah.
exactly what you do. So
Yeah.
you can manipulate them however you want. So you turn one on for like 30 minutes, and then you turn it off, and then you turn another one on. You go in the room, you see which one's on, you feel which one's hot, and you know which one you didn't turn on at all.
Yeah.
That's smart.
That's a real riddle that you can like figure out.
Yeah. Do you want to see...
The actual answer to the riddle is the guy who set up the thing was in a tragic car accident.
Oh, okay.
All of his family was killed.
How? How does it relate to the
Light bulbs. They were they ran into a truck full of light bulbs.
Okay.
The light bulbs were scattered glass all over.
And some of them went down their throats.
And so he was in
gosh,
charge. Oh my gosh! Mine was not gonna be that deep.
Why is that detail relevant? What?
James just like looking at me, like making contact. It was like, yeah, went down their throats, got it. Next, horrible.
What a twist.
Lacerations, internal bleeding. Yeah, that's what happened. They died slowly, gurgling on their own internal organs.
Yeah.
No, that's not what I was gonna say at all.
Wow.
What?
Do you want to see this video of a guy getting slapped so hard that he passes
I
out?
want to know
Why
the
are we
answer to
watching
this riddle.
videos on an audio medium?
But I want to know the answer to this riddle.
He already said
That was the end. No, that was the joke. No, Chris, I'm going to do you a big favor for future riddles. That's not how riddles work. There's not some deep story behind, like, you can't figure out that's going on in the mind of the people in the riddle. It's usually something that you can figure out.
Oh my god.
Next time somebody tells you a riddle.
Oh my goodness. Blade.
We're going to watch this video now.
Watching the video.
Oh!
Jaden's scared.
No,
She's going through a wave of emotions.
Yeah,
She's still watching a video.
Chris is describing Jaden's face as she's watching.
She's got her hand over her mouth.
Yeah.
She's laughing. She's scratching her eye.
That's the one where the big
She's
fat guy knocks the little guy over.
Yeah.
She's crying. She's pulling her hair. She's covering her
And they
eyes.
stand him back up and he does it again.
Yeah. It's
He was
intense.
a tiny little man.
His whole face turns immediately
Yeah.
red. He's like, I'm fine.
Why you would think, like, this guy is probably 300 pounds. Why you would think you could go up against, and the other guy is small.
He's like, what day is it? Splatters Day. I'm good. Let's go.
Yeah. It's like that scene from Indiana Jones.
Where he's fighting the big guy on the plane?
No, where
Is it the one
Marion
with the
is doing
snakes?
shots with the guy.
Where he's, it's just the drinking game?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
That's Raiders of the Lost Ark. It is the one with snakes.
So, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I watched it. I
Snakes.
just don't remember.
Why
There's
did it
also
have to be
snakes.
snakes?
There's also snakes in the Last Crusade.
Asps. Very dangerous.
Yeah.
You go first.
There's
could
snakes in the
also-
Last Crusade?
Yes, there is. In the beginning, which explains his fear
he
of snakes.
falls
Oh, yeah,
in-
that's right.
They use the first 10 minutes of Last Crusade to describe.
Yeah,
they try to explain.
He George
everything about-
Lucas is it. Yo, you want to see Indiana Jones as a kid, and it'll explain some irrelevant part of his personality and backstory?
You know what would be cool if we explained why Harrison Ford has a big scar on his chin? Is because one time young Indiana Jones was in the train car and he tried to use a whip and he hit himself in the face. Also, he's scared of snakes because in that same train car he fell into a vat of snakes.
Hey, you want to know how he got his hat? You want to know
That
how
sounds
he got his
Chris's
hat?
riddle. Just letting you know that.
Yes! George Lucas writes movies like Chris's old youth minister writes riddles.
Hey, maybe that means I'll be a
man.
movie writer someday.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
Well, it's like
we can all hope.
you want to know how Indiana Jones got his hat?
No.
Because the man in the Last Crusade gave it to him.
Yeah.
That's true.
Because in that same scene, he's like, you lost today, kid, but you don't have to be happy about it. Here's this hat that you're going to wear the rest of your life.
And then he says, it belongs in a museum. Like that.
So do you.
You want to know they're working on the next one, but they're having to stop filming because he
boy.
hurt his shoulder.
He's old.
Doing
He had
his
to stop
own-
filming.
Harrison
He's
Ford
doing his own
is
stunts.
an insane person.
Had to stop filming
They had to stop shooting
Force
Star
Awakens
Wars
because a door fell on his leg and broke
Yeah.
it.
Oh, really?
They had to stop shooting Kingdom of the Crystal Skull because he crashed an airplane
Yeah, that had
remember
nothing
that.
to do with
on a
filming,
golf course.
Okay, but that's his fault.
He flies.
No, he was flying the plane.
Yeah, he was flying the plane.
He flies.
He crashed it.
Jaden has this image in her mind like, oh, he was just being old man golfing. No, he's the one flying the plane.
He likes World War II airplanes, so he has a collection.
Yeah, he used to fly helicopter rescue missions for the mountains around where he lived.
Yeah.
Well, if he did that, I wouldn't want to be on that plane.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I think he was inebriated when he crashed that plane.
Oh.
That's
He played around a golf first, got
Alleged.
drunk. And,
that's
no, I'm just
alleged and rumor and was never confirmed.
Okay. But still.
kidding. Which most of the time the truth.
How do you crash a plane on a golf course?
No,
Like,
truth is important. We're not just going to
blinking?
say something.
And you sneezed a little too hard, and
Wait.
This is like Mary Poppins.
Wait. Did
First
say
you
this is the
blink.
reason
you
for
know
most
whenever
plane
you're
crashes?
driving
And then you
you
wink?
sneeze, and then
Yeah.
you're
Coming-
like, oh, and you're not looking at the road,
Coming-
and then you're in like a different lane.
No,
Coming
that
from-
doesn't happen to me.
Coming from a man who's flown a plane.
Did
you're
you
not gonna
wait,
crash or
Chris,
sneezing.
wait.
We'll get
Did you
to that.
just say that you on the highway
No, it wasn't on the highway.
will sneeze,
It wasn't on the highway.
open your eyes, and then you're in a different lane of traffic?
Yeah, you
I'm
should.
not in a different lane. I'm
How
just
hard are you sneezing?
close to the lane.
Why are your eyes closed for
Well,
so long?
my sneezes are not like just one. It's like achoo, achoo,
You
achoo,
should
achoo,
either be
achoo.
taking
So like 3 to 5.
narcotic level allergy medication or not driving.
Then she shouldn't be driving if she's taking narcotic level.
This
Oh my
morning,
gosh.
I can't put in my contacts right when I wake up, like because it just hurts my eyes. And my glasses were in my car. That was in a duffel bag. So I just
This is a
drove
weird
with
story.
no glasses. I drove with
trying
no
to follow- I'm
glasses
trying
and
to
no
follow
contacts.
This is the backstory to the riddle.
Hey, no.
You're a riddle guy.
A police officer comes onto the scene of a horrible crash. He has to figure out that Jake
I wonder
sneezed.
I can't operate on this man. He's my son.
What?
The doctor's his mother.
Yeah. Way to say the answer to the riddle.
That's a riddle about sexism.
Yeah.
Wait, say it again.
So the riddle is doctor's taking his.
I mean, I was going to say it, but it's fine. She asked me to say it.
Okay, go ahead,
I
say
mean,
it.
No,
you
no,
can
I
say
don't.
it.
No,
No,
you,
say
you,
it. Say it, Blaine.
you started it, Kevin. Well, in all honesty, I don't think I can remember it right.
No, you
So I
say
was
it,
a
you
little
say it.
relieved that you were going to say it. Go ahead, Kevin.
So the dad's taking his son to school, and they get in this horrible wreck, and the dad's fine. They go to the hospital, and they have the son on the operating table, and the doctor walks in and says, "I can't operate on this boy. He's my son. How is that possible?"
Wait, what do you mean? The doctor was probably a woman.
Yeah. So it
Yeah,
was
but
more of a
you have the benefit of
living,
knowing the answer to the riddle.
We have the benefit of knowing the answer to the riddle and living in today's
That's
times
true. In
because
the
like they used to tell
21st
us
century.
as kids and like, oh, his dad's right there. Who's the doctor? Our minds couldn't comprehend of like, oh, his mother might have a profession. that was the riddle. That's why it's a riddle about
Oh, man.
sexism.
Oh, I was like, what do you mean?
Because,
I thought it was supposed to be hard.
I remember sitting around being like, I don't know what this could be.
Oh, my
What are the other options? His mom's obviously at home.
It's like my albatross riddle.
Making a sandwich.
Making a sandwich.
Yeah. For whenever they get back.
By the way,
Oh,
we
okay.
don't
Yeah.
condone sexism.
We don't.
Nope.
That riddle was a product
If you
of the
take
time.
anything away from this podcast, it's that
It's
we don't
that we
condone
don't.
we don't
Hey,
condone sexism.
Hope for the future. If
And
you
Chris
tell
is
that riddle
really
to
bad at
people
telling
Jane's age,
riddles.
I bet they get it immediately.
I mean, I got it.
Well, she also
I would be yeah.
knew it beforehand.
I would be intrigued to give it to somebody
Yeah.
of Jaden's generation. What are you? Are you Gen Z? Fascinating.
Yeah,
I didn't
she's
think
Gen Z.
about it that way.
You don't know, Kevin.
Do you play Fortnite
are-
and Roblox?
No. Never.
What is Roblox?
Y'all know who plays Fortnite?
Never.
Who?
Are you gonna call it Shepard? Don't call it
No.
Shepard. Oh.
Chris.
Chris, don't tell them that Shepard plays Fortnite.
So she was gonna do it.
Oh my
Dare
god.
you talk about how Shepard plays Fortnite?
I said Shannon.
I tried playing Fortnite for a little bit. I
Shinron?
couldn't get into it.
Wait, is the who you?
No, it was Shepard. I was waiting for her to call him out.
Oh.
There's like a process, like with a riddle.
I can't stand Battle Royale games. A Battle Royale game is literally just 10 minutes of walking around and then you die.
No, then
could-
you're really good at it, and you.
If you
make other people
only
die.
if you're like fantastic, like better than the best players who play the game.
No, you can be good every now and then.
Every now and then, like once in a couple hours.
I'm pretty good at Warzone-ish.
I hate Battle Royale games. Warzone is better because it gives you the opportunity to like.
I could never figure
I like
out.
multiplayer in Call of Duty better than Warzone because it is a battle royale
Yeah.
game, but it's like more fast paced and you don't
Yeah.
have to like walk across the map for an hour before you find somebody.
Yes.
But I could never figure out Fortnite though, just because of the whole building thing.
Yeah, I don't
That
like
was
that.
weird.
Why
Yeah.
add new things?
Well, you can create barriers
Kevin,
I
do
know,
you play
but
for
Fortnite?
defense.
I never played Fortnite. I saw my roommate playing Fortnite when it first came out, and I was like, "What?"
I've
what
played
is
some
this?
of it. It's not
Have you
great.
ever played Minecraft?
Well,
I've played a lot of Minecraft.
I
So
remember when
they
Minecraft
came out. They came out with a new update for Minecraft that's supposed to make all the landscapes look more realistic.
Yeah, they have a lot of
They're not
different.
blocks anymore.
They have a lot of different skins for the Minecraft.
I have a Star Wars
games.
skin, and it's like an entire like galaxy, like Star Wars galaxy that you can go through. It's pretty legit.
Wow,
We'll
Legit.
have to play it on the stream maybe sometime,
maybe
Legit.
so y'all can all see it.
we haven't played Minecraft in a while. There's nothing else to do in Minecraft. Once
There's always something to do in
once you
Minecraft.
kill the dragon,
But it's Star Wars.
there's
oh,
no
I
like
forgot you guys did
there's
that.
no like
Yeah, I.
You
contributed
guys.
a
Well,
lot.
Kevin.
Kevin,
I did most of it. I was like the camera operator. That's what.
the camera, the documenter.
Didn't Jacob push you in?
You were
Yes.
yeah.
He pushed me into the
You
final.
were John Ford at what was that? Was it Pearl
John
Harbor?
Wayne?
No, John Ford.
Oh, John.
Like
Ford.
documented the
Yeah,
attack
yeah.
on that one naval base. Was it Pearl Harbor? I think it was Pearl
I don't
Harbor.
think it was Pearl Harbor. I think it was.
Can't remember.
Wasn't it the Doolittle raid?
I don't know.
I don't remember. Because they wanted to document it.
Yeah, John
They
Ford is
didn't know-
there.
They didn't know Pearl Harbor was happening.
John Ford is there, like telling his camera guys, like, get closer, as like Japanese Zeros are flying in and dropping bombs on
Oh.
civilians. John Ford captured. I'm almost positive it was Pearl Harbor. I'm pretty sure.
I'm
Hey,
looking
Siri.
it up.
Hey,
Or
Siri.
oh
Mine worked,
no,
Kevin. Mine worked.
no, it was Midway. It's Midway.
Yes, it is Midway. You're right.
Yep.
That's before I looked it up. I think you're right.
Yeah.
Kevin. You didn't do your
speaking
Siri.
of World War II, the inside
didn't
of
do
my
Siri.
Reagan Bush hat.
Chris, you're nowhere near your microphone.
Speaking of World War II, the inside of my Reagan Bush hat says back-to-back World War champs.
Okay, what is on your forehead?
Hooray.
Huh?
What is on your forehead?
Probably a mark from the hat being backwards.
Wait,
Okay.
it says Reagan and Bush are back-to-back World War champs?
No.
America's back-to-back World War champs. Even though,
Yeah. So far.
did we fight in World War One?
Yes, we did.
Did we fight in World War
We
One?
came towards the end.
Are you speaking to me right now?
We came in towards the
I
end.
thought.
We did fight in World War.
Oh,
We also
for how long?
Like 2 years.
Yeah, it was towards
Really?
the end,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
we also had a lot of guys though going to fight for France and stuff. Like they were.
Yeah, I knew that Americans participated, but I didn't know that America itself.
It was,
I thought,
it was a big
like,
isolationist thing. for
right.
most
Like
of
I
it.
knew that for a big period of it, we were
But we did
wanting to
join.
not be involved.
We
Just-
did get involved.
late, like always.
Interesting.
Or maybe it was like the last year. It was like for not very long.
Like
Not
it was
even a
2
year.
I think it was 2 years.
The World
So,
War II is 1914
Which
to
makes us the champ
18 or
of
19.
World War
Yeah,
One.
we joined in 17. I'm pretty sure.
It's 1914 and 1918.
All because of an act of terrorism.
Gavrilo Principe
Remember back in the
assassinated
days.
the Archduke of Ferdinand.
Why'd you have to-
Remember back in the days whenever terrorism was so extraordinary that it started world wars.
There is a YouTube channel called The Great War
Okay.
that will give you news
As if it was
as
World
if
War
it was
One.
World War One. They did it for
Yes,
4,
please.
They did it for 4 years. they did it like this is what's happening the week of like August 1940.
But it's like an actual newsreel?
It's not an actual newsreel.
Oh, sad day.
They use information from actual newsreels. They're like, this is the
Okay.
news that the world was being given, and this is what's going on.
But
in
they
every
just
country.
document every week in the war,
yeah,
essentially.
every day in the world.
So we have this.
Well, every week, yeah, they do it as a weekly thing.
Yeah.
Like they're
but
talking about what
it's-
happened during that week.
Gotcha.
So my mom inherited this globe and this old radio that belonged to my great grandma.
Globe radio combo?
Yes, that came
Wow.
from not a combo, but like a globe and a radio.
globe and
that belonged to my.
Globio?
Or a robe.
A robe. I got you this robe. And why is it in this massive box?
That has an antenna sticking out of the North Pole.
Chris is telling an actual story. And we're just yelling, Globio! Go on. Although it was a confusing sentence.
Oh, man.
In their defense.
So my mom inherited a globe and a radio
Yeah.
that my great grandmother's sister used during. I don't know if she used it during World War One, but I know she used it during World War II. She would track what was going on in the world, like during the war, by like she'd place pins on the globe and stuff as to where people were
That's
So it
so
is a
cool.
globe radio combo.
by listening to that radio.
They have something to do
So
with each
yeah,
other.
they
The
they go
globe sat
together.
on top of the radio.
They're paired.
Yeah,
Sweet.
I just thought it
Wow.
was fun fact.
That's super cool.
very
So it is a
fun.
globio.
Do you have that globe?
My mom does, and the radio. I'm supposed to inherit it, I think.
And then
Oh.
don't have that in an office where they're going to have to try to figure out where a signal from aliens is coming from because they will destroy that globe.
What?
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 That's like one of my favorite scenes in Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is they're trying to figure out, they're like, oh, it's longitude, latitude coordinates. And they go into this guy's office. Globes are like thousands of dollars. Like, it's a super expensive globe. They go into this guy's office and just shove his globe out of its like holder and like roll it into the big workroom where they all are.
Oh. It's not
We're
that
the only
kind of
ones
globe.
that seen that movie about.
That's a fun. No,
You don't know
Ours isn't
me.
that big of a globe.
Explain to me the plot of Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
The globe was rolled.
that is one of Spielberg's best movies.
I've never seen it,
It's way, way up there. It's great. Fantastic.
but to be fair, I barely watch movies.
It's up there next to Star Wars.
And if you haven't watched it, you should watch it. We watched it in the film class.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you guys still do that, or is it summer?
Well, we take off for the summer,
Oh, okay.
but we'll start again in the fall.
I'll be in that class.
In the film class?
Why'd you say it like that? The film was? Maybe I have a lot of stuff that could.
No, you got to take the Isaiah class.
Oh, Kevin, I told you I was
Are
too
you
scared
teaching
to do
Isaiah?
that.
I'm teaching Isaiah, yeah.
That's great.
I can't ever
Didn't I
do
tell
the
you that I was
classes when I
surprised?
want.
I
I was
know,
just scared
and
to
that's
tell.
why you should do it. Do things that scare you.
I always get
Yeah.
busy.
When does that start?
I'll think about it.
When does that start?
September 12th.
Oh, wow.
I want to do a class so bad. I
And-
started the Romans class a couple years ago. The first time we did
Yeah.
CLI.
You can register at calvaryontheweb.com/CLI.
CalvaryOnTheWeb.com/CLI. That's how you.
I wish I
Or
would
you
have
can just go
taken
to the events
Genesis
page, too.
whenever you were doing it.
Kevin needs to be a radio.
We'll do it
announcer.
again.
Because I really like Genesis. And I mean, I could get more out of it. But Isaiah just.
Haven't you done
scares
Genesis
me.
like 2 years in a
Why?
row?
I don't know. Whenever you did it at renewal, I just. Like, I was paying
Isaiah-
attention. I was. But my goodness.
Isaiah feels easier than Genesis.
I love Genesis. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's good. Everybody has their favorite. That's
Yeah.
fine. We'll
No, I
do
agree with that.
Genesis again.
Yeah.
Maybe next year.
After Isaiah.
After Isaiah. It's going to be Isaiah for this year, so buckle up.
Isaiah's great.
But it's just for CLI. We're not doing Isaiah again. And
What's our next?
What are we doing after
sermon
Acts?
series?
Yeah.
First Corinthians.
Why?
I already asked
why
him.
don't you
Is
bury the lead?
that's
Oh, I mean, I don't know. Second
that-
Corinthians, maybe.
Starting with second. No, I'd like to, now that we've done Acts,
to the
do a lot
correspondences.
of the Pauline epistles, starting
I
with
do like that.
First and Second Corinthians.
You should you should start with Galatians and go in chronological order.
Oh, that would be cool too.
That'd be pretty cool.
But I've done Galatians recently. Not recently.
When?
I've done Galatians
Oh.
since I've been at Calvary, so I wasn't thinking Galatians.
I guess.
That's still like
What all have you done?
I
well,
Isaiah and Acts.
Like, well, here,
That's it.
Calvary.
It's been that long.
First thing
Well,
I
I
did.
mean,
It's been that long.
like that.
Isaiah was not that long.
Yes,
Listen,
it was.
It was very long.
It was so
Y'all
long.
were still doing
I
it.
thought I was gonna die before you finished that thing.
You stiff-necked and stubborn people.
We were still doing it when I came back from Oklahoma.
Y'all
Wait.
went
What was that white wall wash?
You
thing?
whitewashed
Tombs.
You whitewashed wall. Listen,
Yeah.
y'all went through Romans for
like 7
3
years.
years.
A long time.
No less than 3 years.
Yeah. It was a long
And
time.
we go through. I'm
That's true.
running and gunning through Acts.
Running and
That
gunning.
is true.
And through, we didn't do everything in Luke. We did like 10
Yeah.
chapters in Luke, and we weren't even in Luke for a year.
Yeah.
Same thing with Isaiah. We were in Isaiah for
Oh.
a little over 1 year. A little over 1
Y'all
year.
were still in
That felt
Isaiah when I
like-
came back from Oklahoma.
Well, yeah, because
think-
we were gone for the summer.
No, he came back. He came back during the summer.
I think.
Because you visited one
I
time.
came back once, I think.
Yeah.
But then I came back in August. I
Has it
believe.
really been a year?
It's hard to believe. It went by. I've been seeing all my memories from last year too, and I'm like, man.
Isaiah feels longer, I think, because it's not narrative. Like whenever it has like a narrative that you're following, like you can you can identify different points in the
It's
book.
narrative. It's narrative.
Eh,
There's a lot of poetic sections, but
Yeah.
it's a narrative. There's
There
a
are some narrative chunks.
So you brought up Alistair Begg on Wednesday.
Okay.
And
Now
so-
something completely different.
Now for something.
Yeah. Well, he brought it up.
Look, a segue. somebody did that in. No, that was John Griffin did that in the prayer meeting
That's
this morning.
hilarious.
We're like talking, and then it was Cliff's
That's
turn to do
so
the
funny.
Cliff's turn to do the devotional, and John Griffin just goes, "Look, a segue." Or maybe it was
That's
Cliff. One of them
fantastic.
said it. I know it's not my joke. That's what I know.
That's so
Anyway,
funny.
You brought up Alistair Begg. We were talking about Old Testament stuff and everything, and so I
Yeah.
started listening to Alistair Begg this past week, and the first sermon I listened to was really, really good. And he was talking about David, and he brought up the story about
yeah.
Bathsheba, and
I've heard this one.
and the title of the story was
Not the story, but obviously. I'm not familiar with this story. Obviously, know the story. I believe I've heard the sermon though. So.
It's like Mr. Echo asking John, "Are you familiar with the story?"
And if you're lost, then you should watch Lost on Sunday nights.
Hey!
Look, a segue. I like
Can
it.
we change the name of the podcast?
Every
to
Sun-
Look a Segue?
Yeah, I love it. That I
Every
love that
Sunday
it's
night
like,
at
it's rolling
7:15.
by.
See
A
Lost
wild
every
one.
Sunday night, 7:15.
They're so peaceful.
So he was talking about the story of David. The title of the sermon was Redemption, and basically, Alistair Begg was comparing the chronicler of, I guess it was Samuel's.
Yeah,
Or
Samuel's about
Yeah,
because he's talking about David.
and Kings.
Comparing the chronicler to God, basically talking about how this chronicler spends just a blip in reality talking about David and Bathsheba. And he goes, that was a big, major thing in David's life that kind of caused a stone to roll down the hill type of deal, I guess you'd say. And but then he goes on to say, he doesn't spend that much time on it. And he goes, I wish the same person who wrote, the same chronicler or something like that who wrote Samuel, wrote the story of David, wrote the story of my life, just kind of talking, I guess from God's perspective. You have to listen to how he worded it. But he was like, because he doesn't focus on the sin that we committed, we were redeemed, and he keeps on moving forward.
love Alistair Begg.
It was
Every
pretty
time
cool.
you say that, I think you're saying Alex Trebek.
Okay, that's what I thought you were. Honestly.
And,
I also
Honestly.
love Alistair Begg.
and I was so confused. You were like,
Okay,
I love
I was like,
Alex Trebek
yeah.
because he says loved ones. And I was like, when does Alex Trebek call people loved ones? When is that on Jeopardy?
We'll return for Final Jeopardy, loved ones.
Well, you know what was interesting? You said something about loving his accent.
Yeah.
And I'm listening to the sermon, and then I was like, man, he's got a cool accent just while he preaches and stuff. And then he makes a comment in the middle of the sermon, had no connection anywhere, and he goes, the most, what was the word he used? When it's it doesn't, not words of encouragement, but the opposite of that.
Discouragement.
Not discouragement.
Insults.
There was a word. Anyway, so I'll just say discouraging. He goes, the most discouraging I hear from our radio and podcast listeners, he goes, when I get comments saying, I just love his accent. And he goes, when you're saying I love his accent, he goes, you're not paying attention to the sermon and the gospel. You're paying attention to...
Ow.
Yeah, I know. I was like, well, dang.
I'm going to slap
But
me in the
it-
face for complimenting
It was such
you.
a random... It was such a random... That it had no connection to the rest of the sermon either.
Yeah.
So I just thought that was an interesting
Chris
point.
was like, oh, I love.
Oh.
I thought about it. I was like, because Kevin was making... I love his accent. He's got a cool accent when he preaches and stuff.
Well, he hates you now, Kevin. So
But
That's fine. I still enjoy the content of his preaching and also
And
his
his
accent.
But yeah,
I don't feel bad about saying I love his accent.
fantastic preaching. If y'all want, y'all give Alistair Begg a listen.
Oh wow.
you sent me a video from
Alistair Begg.
what is their
Trebek? No.
Alistair Beck.
no from the
I know what you're talking about.
Bible Project Church,
Oh, Bridgetown Church.
Bridgetown. Yeah.
John Mark.
And I've been watching. Yeah, I've been watching a lot more of their videos only for the cinematography.
Well,
Their videos
You probably shouldn't be doing that.
look
like-
fantastic.
I like them.
That's like
They
the
do
equivalent.
look fantastic, but also the content that they like, the way that
Are
he teaches is very
beautiful. Yeah. So
he's
good.
one of my favorites too. John Mark
Yeah.
Comer is his name.
It's like the equivalent of
Freedom-
watching for an
freedom.
accent.
There's some.
I never said I watched Alistair Begg for the accent,
for the accent. He
but
didn't.
the
He
accent
didn't.
is
It's like a plus.
very nice. Yeah, it's a bonus.
It's
Yeah.
a bonus.
Great bonus.
I would listen to him if he sounded like me. Actually, I wouldn't. I hate the sound of
Really?
my own voice.
Oh,
I would actively avoid him if he sounded like me. So maybe that's.
Is that
I need to
is
get
that a
back.
thing? Like somebody who sounded exactly like you? Do you would take
I don't
their
think you can
voice?
tell what people sound like you.
Yeah,
Because people
you can.
always told me I sound like exactly like my cousin. Like they would answer the phone. I would answer the phone. And people like Jess. I'm like, no,
Jess,
Yeah.
a woman?
no.
Oh,
Yes.
Jess is short for James. It's only
Okay.
become a woman's name recently because of that stupid New Girl.
hey.
Actually, I love New Girl, the show.
New
Oh,
Girl.
never mind. I
but
rescind that.
okay, take it back.
I was like, this show is
I
really...
do like New, but not because of her. She's like the worst part of the show. She's like the least funny person. On the
I like
That's
it
the
because of
one.
Schmidt.
Yeah, the guys on the show, I think they realized in the first season, like, hey, these guys are funnier than Zoe Deschanel. So we're gonna make it more about them.
Yeah. It's a good show. I enjoy the show.
I couldn't remember her name, and to help y'all know who I was talking about, I was going to say the girl with the flowery name.
Zoe Deschanel's a flowery name.
It's a flowery name.
Sounds like a perfumey name.
I thought you were fixing to say
That's
girl
the same
dragon
thing.
tattoo.
Flowery and perfumey.
Aromatic.
Yeah. Name.
Flowery and perfumey is the same thing.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's like a sweet.
No, because not every perfume is flowery. Or
Flowery, I think, more visually, like flowery.
Is in a design.
sweet. Yeah.
Okay, I can see that.
I don't really think of like smell wise.
Well, fine.
We're trying to say, Blaine, is you're wrong.
Yeah. Podcast over.
Blaine, you're always wrong. But
Yeah.
Except about Jeffrey
Kick
Bezos
them while they're down.
not going to space. Because Jeffrey Bezos did not go to space.
What article did I read about?
You know there's a Jeffrey Bezos song?
sing it.
Yeah. Jeffrey Bezos.
It's very inappropriate.
Jeffrey Bezos.
No, I didn't read an
Jeffrey
article about it.
Bezos.
No,
You did it.
you know what?
That's the song.
You know what happened?
Yeah.
I did not read an article. I walked into Blaine's office when he wasn't there.
What?
That's how I knew exactly what Blaine was talking about, because Blaine drew a diagram of what he's saying right now. I remember it vividly now.
Okay.
Blaine has an arc drawn on his board of what space is, the level that Bezos got to, and the level that Richard Branson got to. I was like, yeah. I was
Yeah.
just thinking. I just
That's
read about
why.
this. Where I read about it was
With
on his whiteboard.
You're like, oh,
Because
where
he
did
was
I
so
have to
incensed
illustrate the things that I'm thinking about.
He drew a
It helps
diagram
me
of billionaire space travel on his board. Sorry, billionaire travel.
Yeah.
Billionaire high altitude
Thank
travel.
you.
Not
Is that fair?
space
Thank you.
because he didn't go to space.
Right.
Speaking of billionaires, they're saying Elon Musk is Dr. Doom.
Look, a segue.
Can we say that?
Elon Musk is Dr. Wait, you're saying
Victor
like,
Von
he's
Doom.
playing Dr. Doom?
No, they're saying he's the equivalent. So you got
No.
Who is
Jeffrey
they?
Bezos is
Why
Lex
is he
Luthor.
Dr. Doom?
Have you seen Jeff Bezos laugh?
Yeah, he's also bald. I know.
Yeah,
seen
Lex
the
Luthor.
Fantasy Island
So,
parallels.
why'd you have to mention that, Kevin?
Because Lex
Lex Luthor is bald.
James just thinks we're listing things we don't like about Jeff Bezos. He's got bad breath too. Did you know that?
Yeah, he's got a smug face.
I really didn't think that. I was like, why did you have to mention it?
Jeff Bezos laughs like a supervillain, though. Like literally.
I don't think I've ever. I think I've only read about Jeff Bezos. I don't think I've ever.
I'm gonna have to show you a video of his laugh because it's like a supervillain's laugh.
That sounds fantastic.
Maniacal laugh. Maniacal laugh. Maniacal laugh. Maniacal laugh.
Chris is saying maniacal laugh. A
Maniacal
lot of
laugh.
times.
We've all acknowledged it.
You know what that's from, right?
Oh gosh, I do not.
That's from a thing.
It's from Shrek.
It's from the Muppet movie reboot.
I was going to say, I don't remember
Okay,
seeing that.
okay,
hearing
here we
that
go.
Shrek.
It's from the
You gotta
reboot.
listen.
Clapping. That's Jeff Bezos.
That's Jeff Bezos' natural laugh.
I can't say anything.
Wait, do
about
it again. Do it
That's-
again.
That's how he laughs. Yeah,
It's,
like a
it's like
supervillain.
it's just like. Oh wow!
I can't say anything about people's laughs. I can't say anything.
Oh,
About
yeah, I know you can.
That's very
Your laugh
disturbing.
is loud and
disturbing.
obnoxious, but it's not evil.
It's not obnoxious.
It's disturbing.
That's obnoxious.
Clap back.
Kevin's laugh at least makes you laugh.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true. It's
Your laugh
very
It's
infectious.
jovial. It's rambunctious.
I got an airy laugh.
You have a what?
You're like,
Airy.
Hairy laugh.
Airy. Airy.
What's a hairy laugh?
Hairball, but laughing.
ew.
We were just talking about.
I can call you Chrissy the cat.
No, I got a nickname.
Oh my god!
It's not the cat.
It was Chrissy Welchie, but no.
No,
I mean,
Josh
Welch.
Swearigan gave me a new nickname.
what is
What?
it?
The baker.
Why?
The baker? Because you bake?
No.
And the
I
candlestick
mean, I can
maker.
bake. So Josh is the butcher, I'm the baker, and Spencer's the candlestick maker.
Fascinating.
We all have
Why is
reasons.
Spencer the?
This is your-
Why?
He's a craftsman because Spencer's a craftsman, so he called him the candlestick maker.
And you bake bread.
I don't bake bread.
Oh,
Y'all want to hear? I don't know if I should say it on the
Ew.
podcast.
I
or
gotta
not.
burp sometimes.
Well, you should probably
Yeah. What is
probably
that?
not say it on
You can say it or
Wait,
not.
baker? Is it because of drugs?
You do drugs?
You get baked?
You're back.
What is happening? What is happening? Wow. All from our perspective. From our perspective, Chris typed something into the notes on his phone, showed Kevin, and then pointed at his butt.
No, so that's not so. I don't know what the point of typing that on your phone to me is if you're just very visibly point to your own butt. Like he's
look
like he
confused.
showed it to me and he was like, it's like this very exaggerated point too. He's like, picks his hand up and points right at his butt.
It had some attitude behind it.
You just look confused. So I thought I had to help you out. But
Oh my
okay, so
gosh.
since Jane already said it,
What did you type on your phone?
Okay.
He's the baker. He's the thing that he wrote on the phone.
Because he has cakes.
Yes. And then I was confused because I was like, I don't know what that means. And Chris making eye contact with me is like pointing at his own butt.
This is the most insane. This is the most chaotic podcast episode we've ever recorded.
He said, because I got the cakes.
Oh my god.
Josh Swearigan's words, not mine.
No. This is the most chaotic episode we've ever recorded, and only because of Chris. we went from insane riddle about a guy who ate albatross soup to Chris's butt. Oh my god.
Okay, so that was Josh.
Why'd you have to point at it like that, though?
Because, like I said, I thought he was confused.
Oh my
He was
goodness.
confused.
And my confusion went immediately away.
Yeah.
Anyway, it added content to the podcast.
Oh my goodness.
We gotta get a laugh out of that.
I don't want to know why Shepard's the butcher.
No, Shepard's not the
No.
butcher. No, Shepard's not the butcher.
No,
Josh is the butcher.
Josh is the butcher because he's a
Because he's a
butcher.
butcher.
I got scared.
Yeah. Because
those-
Spencer is a serial killer.
No, he said Shepherd.
Those
Oh,
are
Shepard.
Spencer's the candlestick maker.
Shepard is the candlestick maker.
These are
What's
our.
he craft?
Spencer is the candlestick maker. Shepard is not in the thing.
This is our.
Okay,
Josh is the
okay.
butcher because he's
Shepherd
an
is
actual
not.
butcher.
Because why do all the Cribs kids have a hobby? That I'm so envious.
Because
of
they're
like
well-rounded
Graham is like 12 years old and he's making his own.
Graham is
He's making whatever.
Okay,
he's
but-
young. He's super young. He roasts his own artisanal coffee.
Okay, that coffee is good.
I've
I
never
it at the
had it
farmer's
before.
market.
Graham, give me some of your
It's
coffee.
really good.
After you just called him a 12-year-old and made fun of him for
Why do they all have cool hobbies like that? Spencer makes whole guitars.
So this would be a good opportunity for you to compliment somebody instead of saying,
Segway.
What is wrong with him?
people
Why do people feel
I'm
like that?
envious. I'm jealous. They make me feel bad about myself.
They're just supposed to consume things and then say, "Ooh, that's not good. I don't like that." You're supposed to actually put something in.
You do film. You
I
do
thought
film.
Gavin
That's cool.
was
yeah,
like 13.
whatever.
No, Gavin's like
He's
16.
like going to junior
yeah,
year.
he's gonna be
Yeah.
driving.
I was like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Anyways,
That's crazy. Time, how it works.
Segway.
Yes.
time that goes right back to
For
space.
an hour and a half.
Yeah, we should probably wrap up.
Wait, Kevin, do
no
you
one's
know
gonna
what that
listen
thing
to this.
is that Blaine drives? I mean, that draws.
It's a truck.
No,
That Blaine drives.
draws.
Draw.
It has,
Anomalocaris.
that.
The what?
That.
It's an anomalocaris.
Oh, what?
You know what
I
that
doodled
is?
it on your whiteboard.
Kamala Harris.
Anomalocaris is not Kamala Harris.
Did you see his face when he was like?
He knew what he
He
did.
was like
I didn't know.
I was like, it's like this weird thing. We had a
Have
discussion
you drawn
about
it in front of me before?
It's on your whiteboard in your office.
Oh, wow.
You drew it on my whiteboard?
I
don't
draw it
know.
on. It's on my whiteboard too.
What is
It's
it?
like this
I
weird
don't know.
squid octopus.
Oh,
thing.
no, yes.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
what it is. Yeah.
I doodle it a lot.
Yeah.
Well, Blaine was like trying to talk to us about it yesterday for some reason, and I kind of like
For
spaced.
some reason.
I kind
Blaine
of
was
just.
throwing words in my
Yeah.
face, and that
It's weird.
That's what I was doing.
It's weird, and I thought you knew about it. That's why I brought it up.
I do know what that is, yes.
Yeah.
Can you explain it better?
It's a squid.
No,
I said
it's
that.
not a squid.
I said that.
It is not. It is not a cephalopod. It is an arthropod. It's complete. It's a completely
Draw it on your
different.
So
It's a completely
cephalopod is the
different-
ones that move with their heads because
Yeah.
Wait.
Which are mollusks, which is a
Cephalus-
completely different category of animal than
that's head in Greek,
Anomalocaris
by the
is.
way, so that's how you know that.
Yeah.
Arthropods move with their tentacles.
Arthropods have chitin
Ew.
shells, exoskeletons.
What is arthro?
Arthritis.
Bug. I don't know. I don't know.
Diabetes.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
But Anomalocaris is an arthropod, and it's the oldest.
How dare you?
I thought that
predator
was
that
our
we can-
vice president.
But it's a real thing.
Yeah, we have fossilized remains of it. Yeah.
So it's like a nautilus. Nautilus is an arthropod.
No, it's more like a shrimp. It's like a
Talking about
crustacean kind
But
of.
isn't nautilus an
Are you
arthropod?
talking about Captain Nemo submarine?
No, I'm talking about the sea creature.
Is an arthropod. Captain Nemo. No, a nautilus is a cephalopod.
Okay.
Yeah.
20,000 leagues
See?
under the sea.
There's
Great.
not a lot of difference.
A completely different class of animal. Mollusks, like snails. Arthropod
Arthropods.
is like bugs and crustaceans.
That hurts my brain. I give up.
Mantis shrimp. Arthropod.
we should probably.
This podcast has gone all over the place today.
Yeah, your
Yes,
butt.
Chris.
Thank you.
Thanks to you.
Look, a segue.
It's always a
Thank
pleasure
you
to
for
be on the
listening to our,
It's always a pleasure to be on this
Arthro
podcast.
Songs, space, songs, Chris Butt, songs, food.
Chris Butt.
Carry laugh.
Goodbye. That can't be the last thing we say.
Goodbye, farewell. I need to say goodnight.
No!
Chris is singing again. Goodbye.
No,
Farewell.
it should be send some fire starters.
What's
you don't
email?
have to. Nobody.
Thank you
does.
for joining us.
Nope.
Young
Today's
adults.
podcast was brought to you by
What email address starts with
T1Eaters.
at?
Enjoy.
No, you send them to
No, I
You
meant
email
like
us
that.
Okay, oh, gotcha,
Renewal,
gotcha.
young adults.
Calvary Renewal Podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, is that really?
Yep.
Oh.
Gmail.com.
Did you hear that?
At Gmail.
At Gmail.
Thank
You
you.
know,
Calvary Renewal
like
Podcast.
how
At Gmail.
email addresses work.
Thank you for joining us for today's podcast.
do you
Today
guys
is
cut
brought
that
to you
out?
by T1Eaters.
I had an email
It's
address
not-
before Jaden
They
was
did
born.
not give us money.
You had an email before
I
I
have
was born.
email addresses.
You don't even
older
know
than
when I was
some of
born.
You were born in 2001.
You know what's crazy is that there's babies born after, like,
2001.
no, like that there are parents who are born after 2010 or 2012 having kids or something. I saw a meme about it the other day. So there's like young kids out there. It's weird,
There's parents
So they're
in the year
saying there's
2021.
and they've never seen Shrek.
Parents.
They've never seen Shrek? How do you know they've never seen Shrek?
I don't know. It was a meme I saw.
You and your
No
memes.
child born after the year 2010 has ever seen Shrek.
I guarantee
It's illegal for them to have seen it.
Wait, what are you talking about?
They passed a law where no child born after the year 2010.
Okay, that is such a lie.
What are you talking about?
We ended this podcast like 6 minutes ago.
Well, that's I like Shrek, so you can't say that.
Can we end it now?
Yeah, we can end it now.
Okay.
Ogres
goodbye.
have layers.
Chris is clapping.
Thank y'all for joining us today. This has been our segment of Everything Under the Sun.
Yep.
Will you end it like that? Please don't.
Please do. Please do.